In a lot of my videos, I stress the importance of a good cue action. Let me say, I don't really make any apology for that, because I believe, quite honestly, that without a good cue action, you're never going to get very far in this game. To me, it's the single most important thing. That cue action must be good, it must be effective, it must be comfortable, it must be fluent. And I've shown several methods in my videos to sort of examine your cue action, have a good look at it, try to sort out any problems with it. One of those examples was to put the white ball there, aim for one of the stitches at the back of the pocket here. So I've chosen my stitch, and from there I try to pop the white ball aiming for that stitch. When I've played the shot, I stay still and just examine my cueing. Is my cue still pointing to that same stitch? Because it should be. To take it a stage further, what we've got now, we'll place a red on line, the white ball dead straight again, and what I'm trying to do here is pop the red and the white ball in the same pocket. Okay, we understand that would be a foul, but what we are doing here is examining the cue action, because if I'm going to pop both those balls in that same pocket, I've got to do it, I've got to deliver that cue in a straight line, otherwise it just will not happen. So there I've been successful. Now, the greater the distance between the two balls, obviously the more difficult it becomes. And what here I'm going to try now is place a ball on the blue spot, the white on the baulk line, in a dead straight line between the corner pockets. The idea is to try and pop both balls in the far corner pocket. To do this, I've got to hit the cue ball in the middle at the top, get through the ball in a straight line, otherwise I will not be successful. So here we go, let's see how good we can get. Not quite, but nearly there. I'd be quite delighted with that cueing. Let me just say one thing. I watched Ding Junhui at the Academy in Sheffield practicing this. And on one occasion I saw him do the object ball and the cue ball into the same pocket 10 times on the trot. Now that is phenomenal cueing, please believe me. And that's the difference between the top professional and we amateurs. But they practice and practice until they get that cueing, well, as near perfect as they can. Another method of checking your cueing is this scenario where I've set up half a dozen balls about 15 to 16 inches away from the baulk line. If you play this shot at the right pace, it can tell you an awful lot. I want to make reference to another video that I made about here what happens to the object ball if I apply left hand side, how the object ball gets kicked to the right. If I apply right hand side, it gets kicked to the left. Now, if I play this shot here at the right pace, I'm not belting it or anything like that, just stroking it with a nice gentle stun shot. When the two balls collide, if I've got a degree of side on this cue ball as a result of hitting it on the side or as a result of getting through the ball not quite in a straight line, when those two balls collide, you will often see it. You'll often see that object ball gets kicked one way or the other. Right? So it only happens, you'll only see it if you play it at the right pace. Yes, we're trying to pot the ball, but really what we're trying to do is examine our cueing. And if you've got any trace of side at all, played at the right pace, that object ball will get kicked one way or the other. So here we go, nice smooth cueing. Happy with that one? I like the sound when the balls collide. Get a nice sweet click as the balls collide. Here we go again. Missed that one. Not happy at all. Think what you're doing. What is happening when those balls collide? Keep it smooth. Better. Try the next three in this pocket. Happy with that one? Just him off the side cushion a little. Here we go again. Nice straight cueing, nice and smooth. Pretty good. So you see there, I've missed one out of the 6 balls. Need a bit more practice to make sure I can get all 6. But what I'm really doing is trying to examine my cueing. If I played that shot with a fraction more pace, then possibly I would be a little bit more successful with the potting. But what I was really after with that practice is to examine my cueing. And when the 2 balls collide, remember, if you get the pace right, it can tell you an awful lot. Because if you've got it slightly off centre, you will kick that object ball one way or the other. Use all these techniques just to examine your cueing. It's well worth it.